Welcome back to Social English, Anglais professionnel pour les travailleurs sociaux. I'm so glad you're here to learn with us today. In this podcast, we learn practical English for your important work as a social worker. Today, we start a new session about planning ahead and understanding important documents. For the first episode of Session 8, our title is Decoding Legal Language, Understanding Key Legal Terms in Social Work. Imagine this. You are reading a legal document. Maybe it's about a client's rights, or maybe it's about a special procedure. It can be difficult. You might see some words that are new. These words are legal terms. They are very specific. Today, we will look at some of these key legal terms. We will group them to help you learn better. First, let's look at words useful for parents and children relationship. These terms help us talk about the legal status of young people and family decisions. Our first word is guardian. Is a person who has the legal power to make decision for someone else. This person often cares for a child or an adult who cannot care for themselves. Example, the child's guardian has the legal right to make decisions on their behalf. In French, you can translate that as tuteur or représentant légal. Our next word is custody. Is about who has the legal right to care for a child. It is often used when parents separate. Who has the children? Who makes decisions for them? This is about custody. The parents are in a dispute over custody of their children. In French, you can translate that as autorité parentale or la garde, avoir la garde d'un enfant. The next word is minor, is a person who is not yet an adult. They are usually under 18 years old. Legally, a minor does not have full adult rights. Example, the social worker is working with a minor and their parents. The opposite of minor is adult. Is a person who has reached the age of full legal rights. In many countries, this is 18 years old. Example, at 18, a person becomes an adult with full legal responsibilities. Now, let's learn words useful for people in trouble with justice. These terms describe legal situations for clients involved with the legal system. Our first word is probation. Is a time when a person who committed a crime is allowed to stay out of prison, but they must follow specific rules. A social worker or a probation officer helps them. Example, after leaving prison, the client was on probation for 2 years. En français, liberté conditionnelle. Another word is detention, means being held in official custody. This can be in a police station, a prison, or a special center for young people. It means they cannot leave. Example, the young person was placed in a center of detention. The word is similar to French. Sometimes people need to speak about what they saw. This person is a witness, is a person who saw an event, or they have important information for a legal case. They might speak in court. Example, the social worker was a witness in the child protection case. A witness is un témoin. Now, let's move to some general legal vocabulary. These words are common in many legal situations. The first word is consent, means giving permission. It is a formal agreement. Before you share a client's information, you need their consent. They must say yes. Example, the client must provide their consent before we can share their information. Le consentement, l'accord in French. Our next word is appeal, means to ask a higher authority to review a decision. If a client is unhappy with a decision, they can often appeal it. They ask for a new look at their case. Example, she decided to appeal the decision about her housing application. Another important word, legislation, refers to laws. These are rules made by a government. All social work must follow specific legislation. For example, we follow laws about child protection. Example, this new legislation will change how we work with families. Similar to that, we have regulation, is a rule made by an authority. It helps to control how things are done. Regulations are often based on broader legislations. They give more details. Legislation is la loi. A regulation is un décret d'application. Example, you must follow the regulations for data protection. Now, let's look at some more words. The next one is entitlement. Is a right to do something. It is something a person can officially receive. For example, a client may have an entitlement to financial help or certain services. They have the right to get it. Example, he receives an entitlement to disability benefits. Another word is liability. It means being legally responsible for something. If you have liability, you are accountable for an action or a debt. Example, the social worker has a professional liability for her actions. C'est l'équivalent de être responsable de quelque chose. Another word, court, is the official place where legal cases are heard. A judge works here. Example, the family went to court to discuss the custody order. In the court, there is a judge. A judge is the official person who controls the trial in court. The judge makes decisions based on the law. Example, the judge listened carefully to all the evidence. When a case is heard in court, it is called a Hearing is a formal meeting. It is a time for people to speak about a legal case in front of a judge or an official. Example, the client has a court hearing next month. Une audience. After a hearing, a judge might issue an order, is a command or a rule from a court or an official. It is something people must do. Example, the court issued an order for child protection. C'est un jugement. The whole situation being decided in a court is called a case. Is a matter that a court or a social worker is deciding. For example, a child protection case. Example, she is working on a new case about social housing support. Sometimes clients need help with legal costs. This is called legal aid. Is financial help or advice for legal costs. It is for people who cannot pay for a lawyer or court fees. Example, the client applied for legal aid to help with their divorce. Aide juridique, aide juridictionnelle. A duty is a legal or a moral obligation. It is something you must do. Social workers have a legal duty to protect children. Example, social workers have a duty of confidentiality. Une obligation. Our last word is a right, is a legal or moral claim to something. For example, the right to education or the right to privacy. Example, every child has a right to safety and protection. Wow! We've learned many words today. We decoded lots of legal language. We grouped them into 3 important categories. For parents and children relationships, for people in trouble with justice, and general legal vocabulary. Understanding these words will help you read legal documents and speak about legal situations with more clarity and confidence. This is very important for your work. Join us next time for episode 2. We will explore more essential English for social workers. Thank you for listening to Social English, Anglais professionnel pour les travailleurs sociaux. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Deezer, Amazon Podcast, and Spotify. Visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel, both called Social English. New episodes are published every Monday. See you next time on Social English.